In this video, we're going to look at another rate of change problem. Actually, we'll look at a few. All right, this first one is very straightforward. It's the kind of problems that math students everywhere dream of. What is the rate of change of the linear function y equals 3 halves x minus 2? We'll recall that in the y equals mx plus b format, slope-intercept form, m, the coefficient of x, is always the rate of change, or the slope. And what is our coefficient here of x? It is 3 halves. That's the answer. And the problem is done. Yippee. All right, let's take a look at another. In this problem, we see that it asks us or tells us that to use the values for a 1-ounce candle and a 5-ounce candle to find the rate of change for the data in the table. What does the rate of change mean in this situation? And that's the key here. What does the rate of change mean? Well, let's look at what's going on here. And if we start here, we can see that a 1-ounce candle, its burn time is 5.5 hours. And a 3-ounce candle is 16.5 hours, and a 5 is 27.5. So from this information, you can solve this problem. You could answer the question by just looking here at this first set of values. Because the question is, what does the rate of change mean in this situation? And it's going to turn out, and I'll show you how in a moment, that what this means is that a 1-ounce candle will burn for 5.5 hours. And this is how I know that. I'm going to take that same set of data, and I'm going to put it into this format. And I'm looking at my inputs and my outputs. And I can see very clearly here that the distance between these is 2, my inputs, and 11. I've got a linear function. I know that because the distance is constant. And my m, my rate of change, my slope, would be 11 over 2. And what does that simplify to? Well, it simplifies to 5.5 over 1. And this means that for every 5.5 hours, my y value, which is up here, my burn time, that takes a 1-ounce candle. Or conversely, a 1-ounce candle will burn for 5.5 hours. And now I can figure out for any amount. If I were to multiply both of these by 5 to figure out what a 5-ounce candle, how long it will last, it will burn for 27.5 hours. All right.